Actually, on last session, which is last week, I gave an overview about Dynamic 365, and we went through the website in a quick way to see how we can log into the Dynamics 365. Today, actually, we will focus on to understand more about what kind of license that we need to have, what kind of features that we have with Business Central. Plus, we can see what kind of functionalities that we have it and why do we need to use the Dynamics 365 and what will be the next step or the upcoming session. And if you have any questions, you can ask me at any time. So, as we know, like the Business Central actually it's built for a small or maybe like a large business. And the Dynamics 365 actually business is the central and application for the companies that have like outgrown their entry level business applications. And as we know, like we have the accounting software, or if the company is focusing on the legacy enterprise resources, if you are familiar with the ERP, which is the system is related, you can look at it and search about ERP actually. And especially if you are working with the enterprise resource planning actually systems, Dynamics 365 actually will help you and support you during this during using all these systems. So as we see here, we have a different areas and we have a different applications here or management. We have project management, we have operations management. Also with Dynamic 365, we have a reporting, analytics. Even if you are focusing or if you are working with the logistics team or supply chain, actually will help you by using Dynamics 365. So all these cloud end-to-end business solution features are within the Business Central, and which empowers you and even your company, even if you have a small company, to connect with your financial, sales, product, maybe if you have a service or operations, so you can connect between each other. And the picture, like we can see from here, it's connected. Like if you have an operation, if you have a project management, so it's like one place with different areas. And with Business Central, and we can call these areas actually is a Business Central. You can manage, as I mentioned, like if you are working with the finance department, you can automate and secure your supply chain. And even if you are selling a specific product, you can sell smarter, and even you can improve the customer service and the project performance. So all this stuff actually it's within the Dynamic 365. And now let us look at in more details or in deep details about the Dynamic 365. Let me share with you now, just a minute. So as we know, for any product or anything that we have a specific license and or we have a different users. So as we see here, like for the Business Central is available for both internal and external users. And from there, for each users, actually, we will have a different license. And it depends on your organization or if you are working with a huge company. So you don't need to worry about the license because for sure you will have an IT department. They will take care about the license. So but to give you an information that we have, as I mentioned, we have external users and there's an internal users, and there's a difference between each part. So for the license, actually, let's us start with the internal users. So Business Central functionality is delivered through the Business Central Essentials or Premium user. So the primary for the license here is by named user subscriptions. It means for each user, we need to have a specific license. And with the Business Central, you must license at least one Business Central Essentials. As I mentioned, if you are not interested to understand more about the license, or if you have an IT department, they will take care about it. But all this information is just to let you know that there is a difference between external users and internal users. So as I mentioned, for the internal user, it's for the employees, on-site agents, if you have a contractors or if you have a vendors, so they need to get a license to be able to work or to be able to access the business centrals within the Dynamic 365. For the external users, let's assume that you have already built a solution, or you are working under project management under Dynamics 365, and you would like to send it or share it with your suppliers, maybe customers. So actually you need to provide them an access, and it's for the external users. And for the external users, actually there is a difference between like the internal users and external users. And for this one, actually, as we mentioned here, SL required, but here the SL it's not required. I'm gonna share with you a specific link that we have the full details about the license and how to get an access and from where you can get an access for this one. So what do we mean by SL? It's mean the subscriptions and license. So subscriptions, license, and it's required here, but here it's not required. And actually for the internal user, it's like, as I mentioned, you need to provide the named user. They mentioned named user, and there is an idea behind it. So let me share with you the link for this one, and you can go through it and read more about it. Just a minute. I'm gonna put the link within the chat here, and you can go through it. Let me copy it and paste it now. And also all the link will be posted and shared within my YouTube video. Okay. And so here we go. So we have the external users and internal user. You can look at the link. There's more details about the license types and how we can get an access and so on. And what they already mentioned, and if you open the link, they mentioned that we have a for full users and additional users. So I think I put the pictures here. Here we go. So we can get more details about it. So for the full users, actually, who they are working on the business applications, and they are the person who is working under our specific application that we have it within Dynamic 365. So they need to have the full access. They need to have the full permission, like if they are working, if they are a finance employee, or maybe they are managers under supply chain and so on. So they need to have the full functionality with the Dynamics 365. And second one actually, which is this is for the full users, and we have essentials and we have a premium license. For the second one, which is the additional user, which is the team members, which is they will not work in a full functionality or everything that we have it within Dynamics 365. They will be able to get an access to a specific things. So the question here actually, what's the difference between the full users, which is the essentials here, and the premium license? For this one, actually, it's like they will be able, or the functionality is focused on like the customer's relationship management. Also, they will get an access to the project management under this essentials full users. They will be able to see the HR management under Dynamic 365 and warehouse management, also financial management, and what else? Supply chain management. For the second one, which is here, they will be able only to deliver the three main things, which is the everything that we have it here, the list that I already shared with you for the different management system, plus the service management and manufacturing, the main three things. So whatever we are having here, they will be able to get an access, plus the service management and manufacturing. Now, let us talk more about the last part, which is the team members here. So for the team members, actually, they will be able to create, edit, or delete any code. For example, if they are using the customer system, they will be able to have the functionality edit or create or delete, or maybe they can edit or delete or create a personal information within Dynamic 365. They can enter a timesheet for a jobs, for example. They can use a Power Apps. If you don't know Power Apps, it's a low code, no code platform from Power Platform tool that will help you to build an application. So the full functionality here, they will be able to use a Power Apps for Dynamics 365. Also, they will be able to approve reject if there is any workflows that we have it or assigned to any user, they will be able to approve it or reject it. And what else? So this is the main difference between the full users and the additional users and how they can get an access. Now let us move forward, which is here. Now I'm gonna talk in more detail about the contract or the contact, and this is we call it contact card, and we have something else we call it uh, operations, I think. But let's start with the first one, which is the contact here. So if you talk more about contacts or what do we mean by contacts, actually this part it's related to something we call it relationship management. Actually, I really would like to do a live demo with you, but for some reasons it's still I'm not able to get an access to my Dynamic 365, so I'm working on it. Hopefully will work by or it will be fixed by next week. So I'm still trying to figure it out, but now for now I'm gonna explain it in just a brief way for each part as a screenshot. So, as we mentioned, we have a different system or we have a different functionalities. So we will talk now about the relationship management functionality. And the relationship management features, which is for of the Business Central, will help you to manage and support your sales effort. And for example, if you are working with the customer, or if you have a contact and so on. So the relationship management that we have it within Dynamic 365 will help you to manage all this stuff. Starting with the contacts. What do we mean by contacts? So with the contacts actually are the master data and relational management actually, and actually with this contact card you will be able to represent the people or the companies and enable you to store and maintain the information that you typically need for me for marketing, maybe if you want to do any activities or if you want to have a full access about your customers. So with this one you will be able to list out all this information, like for example if we see here the company name, the company number, the type, the search name. So all this stuff it's built for you, you just need to add the information. So this is what do I mean by contacts. Now let us move, and there is something we call it opportunity management. So if we talk about the opportunity management here, and which is the part of the relationship management functionality in a Business Central, you can keep a track of the sales opportunities section. For example, if you are working with the oil and gas industry, and for example, especially if you are working with the pits or a drilling and all this stuff, for example, and you would like to send a proposal to your customer or to your client, for example, and you want to see if the opportunity, like if we're going to take this opportunity and do the business, it means with this application or with this functionality, which is we call it opportunities, you will be able to track everything. For example, here we have the number, we have like description, and we have the contact details or number, and you can see if it's in progress, not started, if we already lost the opportunity, and if we want the opportunity. So it's really an amazing things that we have it within Dynamic 365, especially relationship management. So now moving forward, let's see what we have here. We have something we call it sales order. So from the name itself, sales order, it means you would use the sales orders if you sell some process or something. And the process here requires that you ship the parts of an order quantity. For example, like you have a specific items that you want to deliver it to a specific area. I'm not sure about your company. I'm not sure what kind of system that you are using within your company, but with the sales order here, you are able to track, you are able to put the order and see where the order is. And if you look at it here, we have the item, we have the number, we have the description. Actually, I'm not sure, but still, we have a companies, they are using the sales order as a paper and they send it. For example, if I have an item and I would like to send it to other company or other customer, and the normal or the previous, I'm not sure if still we have these things within Saudi Arabia or other country. They send the item with the driver, and they don't have a system. They don't have any system to track. They are using an Excel, and we have a specific admin to list out like this item is under a process with some person and we cannot track. We just give it to the driver and the driver with the paper, and when they took the item they just sign in and so on. So with this one actually you can track, you can ship a part, and you can add your item here and see all this information. And if you are interested, you can build your own application, for example, by using Power Apps to have a QR code and so on. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if we can generate here the barcode for the items. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna search and see if we are able to have for each item a barcode and that we can track it. So this is for the sales orders. So far we see that we have a different areas. We have a contact details or card, we have opportunities, and we have a sales order, which is under the supply chain management. So it's a different areas, different functionalities. It's not only about the sales and the orders. If you look at the project management, there is a lot of things. But today, actually, I'm trying to focus on the sales part or the supply chain and the relationship management to show you what kind of things that we can do with Dynamics 365. So as we see here with the sales prices here, you can add, you can, for example, you can market your customers and customers group with the special numbers or the prices and discounts, and you can add all this information here. And by default, once you add it here, you can edit your list, you can delete, you can add a new. So everything within one place actually. So what else do we have here? As I mentioned, I really would like to do a live demo, but for today, still I'm not able to access for some reason. So hopefully on upcoming session that we can do the live demo together. And what I really suggest for you, let me open now the Teams, sorry, the Microsoft Learn. Just a minute. I'm gonna share with you. If you go to the meetup, I already shared with you a specific link. What I really suggest for you, and there is something here, we call it exercises. Just to click on it, try from your end, from your license, if you have the full functionality, and this follow this scenario. Try to do it today on the upcoming session. Before starting the new topic, we will do it together. Hopefully my license it will be okay and everything will be fine, so I can do it with you as a live demo. Follow this task and try to create here. Actually, they are asking you to create a customer and something really easy. And from there, you will be able to create a new customer. And they are mentioning for you how to follow step by step. And they already mentioned it here. It's 11 steps, but it's something really easy. This is for the first scenario. Second scenario, you need to create, for example, about a new office item or something. And also, it's something really easy to do. And they mention here the steps that you need to follow. So you can choose any one, or you can do both if you feel like it's easy. I'm gonna share the link again with you within the Teams. And for the upcoming session, let me open it, and we will spend like uh, 10 minutes at the beginning actually, that we will do together the scenarios, two scenarios together as a homework. We will do it together. And what we will learn actually, we will learn how we can customize Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, and like we will understand a high level for the technical part and how we know what kind of options that available and all this stuff. And if you are interested, you can go to this link and you can see what kind of things that we have. So the upcoming session will be next Sunday, and we will do the two scenarios together. Then from there, we will be able to learn new things. So, what else? If you missed the last session, it's already on my YouTube channel. Just go there and watch it again. I'm trying actually to cover the Dynamics 365 in easiest way. I will not go in more details or in a deep actually, because it's not my area. But for me, I really like to do something else rather than Power Platform. So That's why I'm starting to share knowledge about dynamics. But I will promise you actually to have a special guest with us, or a special speaker, that he will talk more about Dynamics 365 in more details, and we will spend a lot of time by next month. So thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask me now. And if you want to reach me out, you can reach me out on all my social medias account. For the next session will be on next Sunday, but for the Arabic sessions, hopefully by tomorrow or after tomorrow, I'm gonna post all the upcoming Arabic sessions in different on Meetup, on YouTube, in different areas. So just make sure to subscribe, or to follow the Sharing is Caring Meetup group or my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to get the updated news.